Hello and happy Monday. I am talking today about investing in yourself. I'm investing in myself and I hope it inspires you to do the same, and it's something that we have to do in order to grow and in order to build our brand. It can take time, it does take investment of time, investment of energy, investment of dollars, but I can tell you firsthand that it does pay off. And I just wanted to share a bit of my experience for the last week or two, where I've had some really incredible moments of choosing me and putting myself forward, but and how that's sort of come back, and that reminder of how important that is. So I always like to start when I'm going live and whenever I'm speaking and taking to the stage, virtual or otherwise, to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land. I am in the Gold Coast in Queensland, and I am on the land of the Yagambeh people, and I pay my respects to elders past, present and emerging, and I'm grateful for their continuing care of land, waterways and skies. So I've got a few things to show you. What I did last week was I went and saw my gorgeous friend and accountability buddy, and she's become a bit of a mentor. I went and saw Empath Anna. So she's started a little pop-up. It's called Moon School. And Anna has these incredible candles which infuse the crystals, and they have the most wonderful energy. But Anna's also a psychic. So whether you're into woo-woo or not, I don't know if I was always not concerned. I didn't know if that was for me. And when I met Anna, I knew it was the right person. And we just had an incredible session. But going to her shop, I found this crystal, and I saw it on the table and I was really drawn to it. And what happened is, I just want to unwrap it so you can look at it. I saw this crystal and I just was really drawn to it, and it reminded me, I love the colour, and it's actually, I asked her what it was, and it's malachite. It's actually fibrous malachite, which I'd never seen before. Mostly you see malachite as a polished stone, and the reason I think I was drawn to it, if you just have a look at that, isn't that amazing? Isn't it incredible? It's incredible to touch. I just knew I had to have it. I mean, I then asked her, what does it mean? What does malachite mean? And she said prosperity and abundance, and I was like, well, obviously I need it. And of course I was drawn to it. So I was going to sit up here on my little shelf above my desk and just remind me. But you'll see why I was kind of drawn to it. Look at that. This dress. So it's just, you know how like things happen sometimes. Things happen in the week. This dress, I'm in this dress on a photo on my website where I'm speaking on stage, which is where I'm really, really happy. But this dress also came up this week when I had a stylist appointment. I booked a stylist for myself, and these two things came together to remind me of why it's so important to invest in myself. I'm asking my clients to invest in me as a coach, to invest in themselves by doing this work, by doing this personal branding work. I'm just going to keep holding this because I'm loving it. I need to do the same. And so I had the stylist, I'm going to go back a step. I had the stylist appointment on Monday. I have had personal stylist on my list for a few years. But I always had this thing that it was going to cost me basically thousands. I was like, yep, at some point I'm going to be ready to invest, or like one day when I do this, I will be able to have a stylist. I'll have a personal stylist. And obviously, with personal brand, like that would be really great for me to have that visual representation of my style. I know who I am and I want to show that, and I think I do show that through some of my clothes, but I struggled with my wardrobe in that I can do the statement pieces, I can do the amazing green dress to go on stage, but I couldn't always do the I called them basics, which makes me sound boring, so then I didn't want to do it, but like the connecting pieces. So, and I felt like because I would wear bright leggings or something really like statement-y, I had to wear then black or white to tie it in. And I also, I guess, saw black and white as if I want to be elegant or chic or sophisticated, black and white is that. I think anybody who knows me for a second knows that I'm not black and white. That is not my brand. even though my logo is that. And it's funny, I did have my website for a long time as black and white with very few highlights, and when I moved to this new way of working, so after 10 years of running my business, I consolidated and focused on personal branding. I had done PR, marketing, social media, writing, all the things, and then realized I wanted to help women to show up and share their story using all of those my skills and experiences and tools that I have gained over those 10 years, as well as using my own story. So anyway, I had put this on my list. I put it as a reward that when I got a certain client, or when I had earned X amount of my business, then I was allowed to get the personal stylist. But that's not always the way to do it. And I'm in the Denise Duffield Thomas's course at the moment. I've read 3 of Denise's books, and something that she talked about in an article that went quite viral a while ago was on Medium that she wrote, and it was, I'm a millionaire, I'm a self-made millionaire, and this is all the help I get. And the main message was like, you can't grow and get to those levels if you're always, 1, doing everything yourself, but 2, like, not investing in yourself. And I've had a few like moments of epiphany. I had an epiphany about 3 years ago. I was in I've told this story before because I love it. I was in Austin, Texas, walking down the road, and I just had this like lightning bolt of, I stopped walking and I went, I'm asking people to invest in me. I'm asking people to invest in my services and telling them to invest in themselves, and I'm not investing in myself. I'm not investing in getting my website done. I'm not investing in my own brand. How can I ask others to do the same? And I think the misconception that it costs is that it costs the earth. But the thing is, what I've found consistently is that within reason, when I have invested in myself and I've chosen to pay and put myself forward, that has taken me to the next level, and it has attracted in more income, and it has attracted in more clients, and it has attracted in the work and the life that I've wanted. So finally I got to the point with this stylist where I was like, this is no longer like a want. It shouldn't be a reward. It's a need. And if I'm going to get myself to the next stage, and I'm literally going to get on stage, I have to have some guidance here. And so I met the wonderful Jane Vandermeer, who is the founder of Finesse Styling. She has 30 years of fashion experience. And I met Jane through One Roof, and I've also met her, like sort of re-met her through She's the Boss and through another few other sort of networks. And we've had a few calls, and I knew, initially I thought she would be great for my audience. She would be great to come and talk to on my podcast, and maybe even come into my lovely brand builders group and support them, because I do the messaging part, and I help people to find out who they are, to reconnect to who they are, and to share that message. And then I work with people like Jane, like photographers like Jade and Meg, Jade from Hipster Mum Photography, Meg from Cruise Creations, Sabrina in Melbourne from Sabrina Rupini Photography, to represent the visually. I work with graphic designers, I work with website developers. I am the connector who, once we've got that message clear and we understand who you are, we've got that foundation work, that brand voice is really strong, then I have the network and the connections to pass you on so that you can go and get that support that you need for your brand. So I was like, okay, I need Jane for my group. But I didn't necessarily, hi Kate, just talking about investing in yourself. Kate, I actually went to Kate's conference over the weekend. Kate's having a day off. I hope you're relaxing. CopyCon, which was fantastic. It was amazing. It was wonderful to be with other people. That was an expression of me investing in myself. And actually during one of the sessions at the CopyCon was where I came to this little epiphany of the fact that I'd had this reward on my list for a long time, and I acknowledged the fact that I invested in myself. So it was during Christine Corcoran's Christine Corcoran's session about imposter syndrome, but how we can acknowledge and celebrate wins. So I was celebrating this win of making the choice to invest in myself. And so I did that. Hey Kate, I've got all the Kates here, which is amazing. Hello Kate. So yeah, I chose to invest in myself, and I had a personal stylist session on Monday, and it was amazing. We had 2 hours together. I got so much insight. I got nods of where I was on the right direction. I got some nods of where I knew that I probably wasn't in the right direction. I got a really clear explanation of my body type, and it was in language that I actually understood. I got some idea of muses, including Princess Diana and Kim Cattrall, who I love, Audrey Hepburn. So I was like, yes, thank you. I got some really great information about colours, about muted colours that are going to work for me. That's why this dress, and it was so nice because I love this dress, but this dress was the shape that accentuated and the colour that accentuated me. And the thing that I took away from Jane was, it was like, we don't want to be drawn to the clothes. We want the clothes to enhance you so that we're drawn to you, so that you're the focus, so that the clothes are lighting you up. And I was like, oh, because I love bright colours, obviously. I mean, look at my... but I don't need like bright. And it just, she explained that this dress was just one of the ones, this colour as well was that example of a colour that works for me, and that it's still a great colour and bright, but it's not overpowering. Anyway, this is for me, this is specific information for me, so yours is different, and I'm not going to go be a stylist at all or anything like that. I need that wisdom, but just those little tweaks have already made such a world of difference. They gave me so much confidence, and so that's why when I saw this crystal again, I had to, you know, I had to have it, because it was a reminder, you know, this little one, that when I work, you know, have things, and when I invest in myself, and when I have things that work for me, I'm going to show up even better. I'm going to show up even more. I'm going to just enhance myself. Like, it's just going to radiate myself. And that's what personal brands should do. And I think the misconception sometimes is that people think that you need to create a personal brand or make up a personal brand, which it's not. It's actually just bringing out the best of you. When a stylist, a good stylist, does a session with you, it's not a makeover. It's like, again, it's that reconnect. It's like, who are you? Let's bring out the best of that. And that's why I loved talking to Jane. And I think all the people that I'm connected to do have that real heartfelt love for their work and that heartfelt love for their clients, but also that, you know, a little bit woo-woo and that connecting into energy and, yeah, like believing in the right time and how things make you feel. So I went shopping over a few days ago, and it was so helpful. I don't love shopping. I love shopping when I'm traveling, because obviously I'm in a great mood and I'm feeling amazing and relaxed and it's fun. And then those clothes that I buy when I'm away have a story, which I love. But I went into this shopping with such a different attitude and different experience, and I was like looking at it for the colours and the shapes that were going to enhance me and that were going to feel good. And it was such a nice experience, and it was okay as well, just like I do with clients and talk to my clients about their clients, it was like, that's great over there, that dress is great, but it's not for me. So it's like a red flag, like, oh, that wouldn't work for me. I'm going to let you go. That's okay. And then when there was something that was, oh, this ticks the boxes, yes, that's the things I'm looking for, I was attracted to that. And I know that what Jane talks about is elevating your magnetism. And so by wearing clothes that suit you, that express you, that support you, you're going to radiate and attract. You're going to increase that magnetism so that people are attracted to you. And it was all speaking my language. And so, you know, it was a fraction of the cost to have a one-on-one. Jane does have a more intensive program if that's the support you need. But, you know, I was like, I need to start somewhere. And I was like, I love the idea of the program too, but it's another barrier to entry for me. I need to start somewhere. And I know that that's something that I'm offering as well. I'm offering coaching calls. And if you just need I think what Jane and I agree is, like, you cannot solve someone's problems in an hour. You cannot completely, undo all these beliefs and dig deep in an hour. But we can get some pointers and guides in the right direction. And so I have opened up my one-on-one coaching. I do offer 1 hour sessions. If that's something of interest to you, please send me a message or email me at emma@lovelycommunications.com. Because, you know, it might just set us on the right path, and it might be that we start there, and then, you know, when you're ready to do that more involved work, which I prefer, I would love to see people in my How to Live and Love Your Brand course, which really is the foundation of personal brand and reconnecting to who you are and understanding how to share your message. Or there's my Lovely Brand Builders, which is a 12-month program, and that's really that support and that accountability. It's like, yeah, cool, I'm ready to own who I am. I want to attract more of that into my life, and I need the support and the accountability and the group and the cheerleading and that regularity to make sure I keep doing that, and I keep growing and I keep building. And that's why I created Brand Builders. So yeah, it was such a lovely reminder. It was amazing to go during the conference, during Christine's session at Kate's CopyCon, and to see that I had ticked off a reward that I'd wanted, and that it didn't need to be such a big deal. I didn't need to, like, what I thought was I was going to have to throw out my entire wardrobe, and then I was going to have to go and spend a couple $1,000s, excuse me, on my nose, spend a couple $1,000s on clothes or something like that. It didn't have to be that. And I think that's the thing with people with the personal brand too, that they think when they start to work on it, I'm going to have to redo everything. I'm going to have to redo my website. I'm going to have to get new photos. I'm going to have to hire a stylist. I'm going to have to do all these things. But it's like, that takes time. But we need to start somewhere. And let's start with who you are and start with the message. And then we can build on those things. And when you're ready, you can take on one more thing. You can get the graphic design redone. You can get the website done. I ran my business for 10 years, you know, and for the first 2 or 3 years, I didn't have a website. Like, not ideal, but I was running my business and working with clients. So these things take time, and you build on it. And it was nice to see that I had made that investment, I'd made that choice, and I'm already feeling the effects. So on Tuesday, I walked into a session with, we held our group personal branding photo shoot with Jade Warren in Sydney. So that was our first one together, and it was awesome. And I always like to have that experience myself and participate in the photo shoot. So I was like, yep. I was with Beck Chappell. We got our hair and makeup done. We had the beautiful Kat Fletcher come and do our hair and makeup. We, you know, I had a new dress from Bobby Lockyer from Gantari, like from her beautiful brand. I was wearing my Steve Madden shoes, which I love. I chose to invest in myself before and go, yeah, I deserve these. I ticked them off my reward list in advance, and I was like, when I wear these shoes, I'm going to feel amazing. I'm going to feel great in myself, and then I'm going to be able to attract the gorgeous women into my life that I want. So sometimes it's like chicken and the egg, and you've kind of got to jump before you're ready. And I think that's a lot with photo shoots. People are like, when I'm ready, when I've got all the pieces, when I've done all the things, then I'll do my photo shoot. No, you need to book it, you need to commit to it, and then make it happen. And you know, the thing is, it's not like one and done. You can do a photo shoot, and then you can do another one in the future, and it will be a different experience. The photos that I'm going to get with this shoot from Jade are taking me to the next level. And I know that when I do another photo shoot in 6 months or a year's time, I'm going to be at a different stage, you know, and that's awesome to see that progression and to go, okay, cool, I did that, I love those, but now this time I'm ready for that. This time I'm going to do this. This time I'm going to take it, you know, and take it step up, level up, level up, level up. And that's what I did on Tuesday. And just having that confidence of knowing that what I was trying to say with the photos, what I was trying to say with what I was wearing, I mean, even having my nails done to match the dress, all of those things, everything was connected, I was there, and I was ready to radiate that through the photos so that I could magnetize in the gorgeous audience, the people that I want to be working with. And, you know, I believe in practicing what I preach, and that's what I was doing. So I had my session with Anna. She's incredible. I highly recommend her. If you're into woo-woo at all, if you're not, have a start. If you don't want to go down that road, just get into her candles. Oh my gosh. So I have had this one. Ignore the jar because I've been burning it. This is Harmony, because Harmony was the word I chose for this year. So it's got musk and oriental myrrh, and the stones are blue lace, agate, and white howlite. And I just sometimes smell it in the day just to go, just tap me back into that harmony. I just want to feel connected, and harmony to me is like the equivalent of balance. So really sort of grounds me, and it's my word for the year. But Anna gave me trust, and it has got a little rose quartz in it. Like quartz is like clearing and grounding and resetting, but trusting in the process. And that's what I'm doing too. Like, trust in the process, trust that I'm on the right path, know that I'm doing the right things to keep moving forward. And this is kind of my message at the moment, trust. And then this one, I just said to her, like, you literally made this for me. You literally made this candle for me. You just placed it in the shop so that I would get it. I know. Come on. If this isn't my candle, I don't know what is. Like, it is like rainbow unicorn magic jar. Like, that is magnetic. That is magnetizing. And so in it is amethyst, rose quartz, and clear quartz. And the candle is a meditating candle. Meditate. And so it's a floral incense, rose quartz, amethyst, clear quartz. The smell was like, oh, next level. And I have just got back into journaling. So I do believe in manifesting. I do believe in when you write down a goal, you're more likely to achieve it, whether it's in a week, a month, a year, 10 years. You got to write it down. And I know how important journaling is for me for processing. So even writing down these wins that I've had and these experiences that I had, and like downloading it. I'm downloading it to you on this live, and which will be back as a playback in the video. But this candle's going to help me to get into that space, to write and to remember all of this experience that I've had, these reminders that I've had this week of how important it is to invest in yourself, how important it is to give yourself that time and space to work on you and to be with you and to connect with you. And that if I'm asking my clients to do it, I have to do it too. And I did that this week. The stylist, the photo shoot, the psychic, it's basically like a counselling session. Candles that are going to help me get into the zone, creating the space and the energy that I need to work and to be my best. Going to Mums and Co conference, being around women who are supporting me but also are in my tribe and who I'm calling in. And then to go to CopyCon with Kate Toon and to be around my writing tribe and to channel that writing that I love so much, but also to get some amazing reminders from the network of what I'm doing and the path that I'm on. So it's just been an incredible week. I finished it off by Sunday morning putting my feet in the water in the ocean and making that a priority, getting down to the beach and having a moment with the waves. So I just encourage you to find the things, whether it's candles or crystals or nature or anything that gives you that time and space to just check in with who you are, and to not be afraid to invest in yourself. You are, that reels in my head, you are the director, you are the creator of your own life. But you are, and if you're not, if you're not investing in yourself, then why would others? You need to invest in yourself. You need to choose you. You need to put yourself forward in order to attract that work, that life that you want. I'm just going to also shout out that I'm really excited to be working with Anna. So Moon School Empath Anna, you can find her. We're working together on a candle for my retreat. So my Rest and Receive retreat, which is the perfect place to create time and space for you to reconnect to who you are. That's going to be in Kangaroo Valley, February 15th to 17th, 2023. So Anna and I are working on a candle that is going to create this space, create this energy, and that's going to be something that all of my guests will get to have and take away. I probably should have made it a surprise, but I'm too excited about it. So that's going to be something really, really special. Just making a way that we can keep that Rest and Receive retreat vibe and energy going long after they've left the retreat. So if anything's sort of sparked something for you today and you want to talk about it further, I would love to talk to you. I'm always happy to have a chat. If this is giving you some reminders to go and take action in your own life, I would love to hear about that. And I just want to say thank you to all the women who supported me this week. I feel really emotional. Reminding me of how important it is to love myself, to invest in myself. So to Jane Vandermeer from Finesse Styling, to Anna from Empath Anna and Moon School, to Mums & Co for hosting the conference, to Jade Warren for holding the photography session with me and getting excited and passionate about ideas with me, Kate Toon for the CopyCon, Mariska Threadgold for some really amazing reminders in her talk, to Christine Corcoran for her great reminders of how to acknowledge and celebrate our wins. Who else has helped me this week? It's been so many, but just thank you for listening, and I hope that this does give you that nudge, and prosperity and abundance to you. Thank you. Bye.